Okay, so in this question, we need to basically find the maximum height of a triangle. So we are given with two balls, red and blue, representing. Uh, Basically, we are given red and blue, and red and blue variables represents the number of red balls and blue balls respectively. And we have to arrange these balls to form a triangle such that the first row will have one ball, second row will have two ball, and the third row will have three ball, and so on. All the balls in the particular should be of the same, a particular row should be of the same color. Okay, and all the balls in the adjacent rows must have different colors. So this is our given condition. For example, if we are given with two red balls and four blue balls, so we can see that the number of blue balls is more than red balls. That means that first row can be created with the blue ball because it is the extra one. Okay, so we placed the first ball in the first row, first blue ball in the first row. Then we have two red balls, so we placed them in the second row. Now we are left with the three blue balls, so we have placed them in the third row, and that's how we have created this triangle, which is having the height of three because we have used three rows, one, two, and three. Okay. For example, in this case, we are given with two red balls and one blue ball. In this case, there are more red balls, but still we have used blue balls as the first row. Why? Because if we have used first row as the red ball, then we would only have one blue ball, and so there would be just height of one. But if we use a blue ball as the first row, then we can get a height of 3, sorry, 2. So that's why we need to check both of the conditions when the first row is blue and when the first row is red. If there's such a case that we have only one red and one blue ball, then we can only place either of them, but the maximum height will remain the same, that will be 1. If we are given with such a case that where we are given with 10 red balls and one blue ball, so as the number of blue balls is just one, so we can place them in the first row, and then in the next row we can only put two red balls, and in the next row we need to place blue balls, but we are not having blue balls, so the height of the triangle remains the same, that is 2. Okay, and we are given with this constraint that red and blue balls are from 1 to 100. Okay, so we don't need to bother much about the time complexity here because the number is very small. Okay, so my basic approach is that first of all I want to traverse both the ways. First, when we start from the blue ball as the first row, and second, when we start from the red ball as the first row. So, in this function of maximum height of triangle, we were given with only two values, that are red ball's number and blue ball's number. So, we are returning of the maximum height starting with that the function that we have created when it is starting with the red ball and when it is starting with a blue ball. Okay, so this boolean variable, if it's true, it represents that the first row is having a red ball, and if it's false, it represents that the first row contains blue balls. So we are traversing both the conditions, we are basically exploring both the conditions, and then whichever gives us the maximum height, we will just simply return it. Now, what happens inside this function which gives us the maximum height if I start from the red ball or the blue ball? Okay. So, I have maintained some of the variables. First is height. We are starting the height from the 0. Okay, because initially we haven't placed any ball. Now, we have this variable called row, and we don't have any zeroth row, so that's why we are starting from the row 1, because whenever we place the first ball it will be assigned as row 1. Okay, now we have this variable uh, use red that is equals to the start with red that we have passed from the previous function. True, it's either true or false. So boolean use red represents that are we using the first row as red or not. While true, because this whole condition will have to run, that's why we have used this while true. Now, if use red, just a second. Okay, so it says that if use red is true, it means we are using the first row as red. Okay, so initially what was the value of row? Row is 1. What is the value of height? Height is 0. Start with head. Okay, so first we are exploring the case when the first ball in the first row is basically red. So let me take it as true because we are starting with red ball. So use red will again be true. What is the number of red balls? Red balls we are given as 2. And what is the number of blue balls? We are given it as 4. Okay. So we know that use red is true. It means we are using the first row as red ball. So now we are checking that if the number of red balls is more than the number of rows or not. So currently we are in row 1. It means that we need to use just one ball, but we have two red balls. So yes, we can use it in the first row according to the conditions till now. So now I will decrease the number of red balls because I have already used one ball here. And now I would increase the height by 1 because now I have placed a red ball here. Don't look at this graph, this thing, because it is the correct one, but now we are checking the other conditions. So we have basically figured out that the first ball in the first row is red till now. We don't fall inside the else category here. Now else, if we are not if we would not have been using the red ball and in the first row, then we would have fallen into this else condition, but this is not the case now. Now if the placement of the balls in the particular row is done, now we will increase the number of row because the job of the first row has been done. Okay, so now the number of row will be increased to 2 because now we are working on 2th second row basically. And we know that in the adjacent row there should be a different color. So while I was using the red ball, now I would make it false. So use red will be not of use red. Okay. Start with head will remain the same because I need to use that final answer and then I will compare whatever gives me the maximum value. So that will this will remain same, and I would update the user rate. Basically I would take its complement. So if it was true, now I will take its false. It means that we are starting with the blue one. Okay. So, are we using the red ball? No. So, we would not look for this condition. Now, we will fall in this category. Now, we check the number of blue balls. What is the number of blue balls right now? It is 4. Is it greater than the number of rows that we have currently? So, we are in the second row and we have 4 balls. So, yes, this condition is true. Now, it means that we are using blue balls in this second row. Okay. So we decrease the number of blue balls. We decrease the number of rows from the blue balls. So now this blue ball turns out to be 2. And we increase the height plus plus. So height was initially 1 and now it is also 2 because we have used the 2 rows here. Okay. Now we don't fall into this else condition. So we simply increase the number of rows. What is the number of rows? Number of rows is 3 now because now we will be working on the third row. And again we switch the color of the balls. So now uh, we make it as true because now we are again using the red balls. Now we again fall into this category. We check the number of red balls. So we have one red ball now, but we are in third row. How can we use one ball to place in third row where we need to place the 3 red balls? So this cannot be the condition. So we will stop at this point and we will simply break. Okay. So after breaking, what are we left with? We have the required height as 2. So if we are placing the second if we are placing the red ball as the in the first row, then we get the height of 2. But you can see that if we place the blue ball as the first row, then we get the height of 3. So that's why we will compare both of these cases, and it would turn out that maximum of 2 and maximum of 3 is basically 3. That's why we will simply return the answer as 3.